What's up, guys? Chris Schroeder here, back with another episode of the Marketing Reseller Podcast. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about how to tune out the noise. So there's a lot of noise in the world, right? There's politics, there's business, there's family, there's so much going on all at once, all the time, right? And today, guys, I'm going to tell you guys how I personally tune out a lot of the noise that's in my life, and I focus on the things that really matter. So let's get into it and talk about it. So one of the number one ways that I recommend tuning out the noise is, and you don't have to do this, you can do this, but this is personally what I do. So a lot of noise for me comes from social media, right? Especially Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that, right? Now, mostly Facebook, because that's where I currently do most of my business right now. So how do I tune that out? Well, so I started realizing that my scrolling on Facebook was taking up a lot of time, and that I wasn't actually, because I use Facebook primarily for business rather than personal use. But I started noticing it started taking up a lot of my time. So what I decided to do was, number one, I used a Chrome extension to eradicate my newsfeed. That helped significantly because I do most of my work from my computer. Number two, I also downloaded another Chrome extension that helped me unfollow everybody. So how did this help me? Well, when I went to Facebook on my phone now, I would only see my own posts. And so that allowed me to kind of tune out the noise on Facebook quite a bit, which then, I would just get off because there wasn't anything for me there, right? The same thing with the newsfeed eradicator on my desktop. I didn't have a newsfeed, so all I could do was work because I couldn't even scroll, right? So I've done this I've done this in quite a few different ways at this point too. So on my mobile phone, I started noticing that I would go from app to app to app to app to app, right? Just kind of in like the same sequence every single time. So what I ended up doing is I removed all the apps from my home screen. I removed them all. And that way, the only way that I could actually get to the app that I wanted to get to was by searching for it. Guys, this was a game changer because every time I'd go to my phone to randomly just do something, I would actually have to go search it. Now that put 2 steps in there and sometimes I'd be like, I don't have to, never mind. And then I just put my phone back down, right? Another way that I have eradicated the noise is we no longer pay for any kind of like regular TV. The only things that we have now are like Netflix and Hulu, and that's it. Like that is it. All we have is the streaming services, which, because with TV, you just scroll and scroll, kind of like with Facebook in a sense, right? So I just removed those from our life entirely. So these are a couple of ways that you can remove the noise from your life. And it helps massively because it allows you to focus on you rather than just focusing on other people. And it'll put you in my opinion, it'll put you in a much better headspace so that you can be productive. I am more productive now than I've ever been, mostly because I'm no longer being distracted by so many different things all at once. Once you start removing all of those distractions, it helps massively. Another thing that I've done is I've turned off the like notifications on Facebook. Like whenever, you get a notification that somebody likes your stuff. I actually did this about a year ago. I just started turning off likes, just so that I wouldn't care about them anymore. That helped massively because, whenever you get a like, you get like a dopamine spike. So I just removed that entirely so that I didn't get sucked into the void, right? And TikTok is the same way. That's why I removed it from my homepage on my phone, so that I wouldn't get sucked into the TikTok tunnel, right? So guys, these are a couple of ways that you can remove or eliminate the noise in your life. And I highly recommend doing them because it's very, very valuable to you, your time, your family, and many other things. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And I will see you guys in the next podcast.